Hello, and welcome to LCTV News. I'm Jennifer Adler. In this edition of LCTV News, election results, Mayor McGee's Institute on City Design, an overnight shooting, JVC innovative program, and more. Peter Kabongo was the victor in last Tuesday's Democratic primary for the 11th Essex District and will now run unopposed in November's election. Kabongo received 1,840 votes, while Drew Russo finished second with 1,422. Hong Net finished in third, and both Lynn and Nahant with a total of 583 votes. In Lynn, Kabongo took 54% of the votes, while Russo took 30%, and Net took 16% of the votes. Since the race for 11th Essex District had all Democratic candidates, Kabongo's name will be the only one on the ballot come November. With this victory, Kabongo, who also serves as Ward 6 Councilor, will step down from his City Council position. Kabongo will take Brendan Crichton's seat. Mayor McGee was a presenter at the 2018 Mayor's Institute on City Design, which took place from September 5th through the 7th. The Mayor's Institute on City Design is a leadership initiative of the National Endowment for the Arts in partnership with the United States Conference of Mayors. Since 1986, Mayor's Institute on City Design has helped transform communities through design by preparing over 1,100 mayors to be the chief urban designers of their cities. Attendance is limited to 8 mayors, 8 design and development professionals, and MICD partners. The mayor's main focus in attending the Institute was to get feedback and analysis on how to best connect Lynn neighborhoods to the waterfront. Currently, there are several plans underway in Lynn, which include a revised master plan for the Lynn waterfront, the waterfront open space master plan, the downtown action strategy, and a bike pedestrian network plan, among others. Lynn neighborhoods have been chosen to take part of the Lynn Free Trees program, a statewide program that was developed to improve neighborhoods by planting trees. Trees help reduce your heating and cooling costs, which helps residents save money on energy bills. The program is limited to parts of West Lynn and the Highlands. For more information, visit facebook.com/ggclynn. To see if your home is in the planting area, please call 617-626-1502. From the Lynn PD Police Log, on Thursday, September 6th at approximately 1:30 in the morning, a 34-year-old man was shot in the chest in the corner of Western Ave and Arlington Street. The man, who has yet to be identified, was airlifted to Brigham and Williams Hospital. He is expected to survive. No arrests have been made. Lynn police at this time have no information on any suspects. LCTV will keep you updated with the latest as more details become available. On Wednesday, September 6th, a Lynn man was robbed near Chatham and Timpson Street after being attacked by 4 suspects. At approximately 9:30 p.m., Lynn police responded to the incident, where they learned the victim was assaulted by 4 men on bicycles who were in their late teens to early 20s. According to Lieutenant Michael Kimmick, no weapons were involved in this incident, and the victim's wallet was stolen with $100 cash in it. The incident is still under investigation, and no arrests have been made. On Monday, August 17th, a community meeting was held at the Knights of Columbus for the reuse and repurposing of Union Hospital. Josh Fiala of the Metropolitan Area Planning Council presented ideas and took suggestions from the attendees. Mayor McGee was among those in attendance, along with several ward councilors, including Ward 1 Councilor Wade Losey, who addressed those in attendance. LCTV was on the scene.
Good evening. I want to welcome everyone and thank you all for being here. And I want to recognize the importance of this, I think, meeting and the input from the public in terms of the reuse and the repurposing of Union Hospital as we move forward.
I hope we have a lot of good ideas that come up and something that we can do eventually to make a good out of this bad situation we found ourselves in.
Say this. You're asking these people their opinions of what you're going to do to their homes and their properties, and you're taking a survey, and nobody knows. You don't know what they're after. You don't know what they're after. Nobody knows what they're after. And they're asking you what you want. No, they're telling you what you want. You're taking a survey, you're asking people who have been given zero information until they walked in this room, and you're asking them their opinion of what they want this property to be used for.
The Lynn Cultural Council, also known as LCC, has begun accepting applications for grants for varied activities and programs throughout the city of Lynn. Grants may be used to fund school field trips, after-school programs, concerts, festivals, lectures, theater, arts, and film. LCC projects are held throughout the city in venues where communities can gather together. Those who are eligible to apply for the LCC project include cultural organizations, schools, and individuals. All applicants should contact LCC before completing an application. The application deadline is October 15th, 2018. To apply for a grant or for more information, please visit www.mass-culture.org/lcc_public.aspcx. On August 27th, Governor Charlie Baker, along with Lynn Mayor Thomas McGee, joined the Lynn Housing Authority and Neighborhood Development, Lynn Economic Opportunity, Inc., and Jewish Vocational Service to celebrate local students in the English for Advancement program. LCTV was on the scene for the celebration.
We were here on Martin Luther King Jr. holiday in January to open up this Learn More, Earn More program in Lynn. I had the opportunity to launch JVS's Learn More, Earn More campaign for Lynn, connecting our foreign-born students, our foreign-born residents, with the skills and opportunity they need to be successful in the workplace and beyond.
Success many times involves finding really good partners who have the capacity and the ability to actually turn an idea into a program and to turn that program into a success. It's a big win for the city of Lynn because it helps folks who are part of this community step up to a higher level economically as a result of their participation in the program.
Today is just so special because we get to celebrate the results of this exciting project.
I'm honored to present you with this award from the Ambassador for Peace Medal from the Korean government. It is our privilege to proclaim you an Ambassador for Peace. With every good wish of people of the Republic of Korea, let each of us reaffirm our mutual respect and friendship that they may endure for generations to come. From the Minister of Patriots and Veterans Affairs of the Republic of Korea, and I'm just honored to be here and to be able to present this to you. Oh, there's a special gift from the Ministry of Patriots and Veterans Affairs, and the book, Korea, Reborn, a Grateful Nation, honors war veterans for more than 60 years of growth.
I'm very proud of you. We love you very much. And thank you to the mayor and all these people that helped you.
Thank you.
It's pretty incredible.
Very much.
And my big brother, Jimmy. We all love you all. Thank you very, very much.
The annual Greek Festival at St. George Church took place on September 2nd, and LCV takes you there.
I come down to the Greek Festival in Lynn on and off as many times as I can because it's a great place to connect with my roots, listen to great Greek music, and see people I haven't seen in years because I am from Lynn. My favorite part of coming here is seeing friends and family, dancing Greek, having a little metaxa, that's how you say it in Greek, and just having a great time. This is a great place to be if you want to have a great time and be a little Greek for the day.
This festival's been happening since the 60s, so we're in about 50 years, a little over 50 years we've been doing the festival. We started actually off-site many years ago. We used to go to a picnic grounds in Ipswich, but now we've been having it here at St. George since the 70s. So we've done it probably at least 40 years in this parking lot that we've had here in Lynn. Mostly everybody comes to get the good Greek food, the souvlaki, the chicken kebab, the pastizo, which is a Greek lasagna noodles, spanakopita, which is Greek spinach pie, all the different pastries that we have, baklava, galtoboriko. We have loukamadas, which are the best in America. It's a fried Greek dough with a nice honey melly syrup on top. Baked fresh here at the church. It's deep fried and it's very good. And then also it's just a nice community affair. We get all the families, the 2 and 3 generations. We have the grandparents, the parents, and the grandkids, and they all come and meet together, and family and friends, and they all come and have a good time at St. George. We have a bar where you can get mixed drinks, you can get beer and wine. We have a wonderful raffle. but we raffle off a $25,000 prize every year. We have a lot of boutiques and vendors that come in and sell different Greek clothes and jewelry. And like I said, we also have all kinds of fantastic pastry. We actually have a caffeine where you can come and get a Greek frappe, which is like an iced coffee in Greece. It's like between a frap and an iced coffee. And they're very friendly over there. The ladies will take good care of you.
Mayor McGee sat down with LCTV to give his monthly city update. Here is Mayor McGee with the city update.
Hi, this is Mayor Tom McGee, and I hope you've had an enjoyable summer. It's been warm, but we've had a lot of great weather. And hopefully you've been enjoying the summer with school on the horizon coming up over the next week or two. We've had a number of things happening over the last several weeks, and I just wanted to update the community on what's been going on. We had our Bike to the Sea community path proposal, which is moving forward. Currently, the northern strand of the Bike to the Sea starts in Everett and Malden and runs through the Lynn Saugus line. The proposed expansion would bring the bike trail from Saugus all the way to the Market Basket on Federal Street. The city's also enlisted Kittleson and Associates to plan a community path, working with a community path both down to Bennett Street as well as working to move from the Market Basket through the city down to the ocean. That's been the goal on the Bike to the Sea, and we look forward to those opportunities. We had a 3-day workshop last week at Lynn Tech that included a tour of the proposed community path and biking workshops. It's part of the ongoing process to engage the community, allow us to get the information to Kittleson, to really engage them, work with the dollars that are available to create this exciting opportunity for the community with both our community path and expansion of the Bike to the Sea as part of that northern strand. So keep in touch on our website, and more importantly, make sure that you give that input to us as we move forward in the process. The Beyond Walls second year this summer was a great success. We had artists from all over the world over 2 weeks in early August, and created another 27 murals. I think actually more than 27 murals. We're up to 52 murals over the last 2 summers, and really was a dynamic and exciting time for the city. Even though there was rain on the final day of the Rock the Block party, we had a great crowd and it was a great event, and I want to thank everyone that came out to enjoy that, and it really has continued to put Lynn on the map as one of the key places for arts and culture as we grow, both what's going on in the auditorium, the murals going on downtown and around the city. It's an exciting time for the city, and it was really a great event, and I look forward to more things coming through Beyond Walls. I know we're all aware of the unprecedented rainstorm we had on August 12th. 8 inches of rain fell on the city in about a 2-hour period, unprecedented, historic event. Working with all of you, hopefully we allowed dumpster day as well as trash pickup, which over a 2-week period allowed people to get their trash out on their recycling day and have it picked up. We have received a great number of storm damage report forms in our office and submitted that information to FEMA for more information and possible resources that we can get back to the city for the residents that were affected by that flood. We will continue to work with MEMA and FEMA, both the Mass and federal emergency management teams, to locate potential resources for the residents and the businesses affected by those floods. So we continue to work on that and keep in touch with our office as we move forward. Last night, we had our first meeting to start discussing the future of Union Hospital for repurposing of that site. It was well attended, and it was great to see a lot of residents come out at the Knights of Columbus to talk about what their perspective is on how we should repurpose what is going to be happening on approximately 15 acres of the current Union Hospital site. The next meeting will be held at the Knights of Columbus on September 17th, and I encourage all residents to be a part of this process. You can come to the next meeting. Just as importantly, you can get online and check out, there is information online. You can fill out forms and let us know what your perspective is on what the repurposing of that site should look like. The community input is a really important piece of this process. And again, I invite you to come to the next meeting on September 17th. And if you can't make the meeting, get online, check our website out, and your input will be received and be part of what will be a community decision to repurpose Union Hospital as we move forward. Just a few things going on over the last several weeks. Looking forward to school starting over the next couple of weeks, and again, many shows at the Lynn Auditorium, working to create more opportunities to show movies at the auditorium. So a lot of exciting things happening. Again, I hope you enjoyed your summer, and look forward to Labor Day and the school year as we move the city forward. Thank you very much.
On this week's Community Connector, we highlight the second annual Amigos de la Voz Festival at McManus Field.
So I'm Executive Director of La Voz newspaper, and I'm also the Community Relations Director for Essex Media Group, which is the publishing company of La Voz, obviously, the Daily Item, and a whole bunch of other publications. Well, it's a great way to celebrate community, and it's Amigos de la Voz second year doing this community fair. It's a cultural and recreational fair. We have a whole bunch of vendors who are here promoting their services, so it's community services. We have food, we have a softball tournament, we have a soccer clinic, so it's pretty interesting, and we want to make sure that everybody celebrates community, and it's the end of the summer, so we want to make sure that we send them off to school in a happy note.
Hi everybody, my name is Anita. We're here from New York Live on the event here in Lynn. We want to say thank you to everybody for inviting us to this event. It's a wonderful event. A lot of dances happening right now, music and kids playing. We had a success to raffle a bunch of rewards for the children here. And that's about it. Thank you so much.
On this week's Lynn Lowdown, host Mukala Kabongo sat down with Lynn City Council President Darren Sear. Here is this week's Lynn Lowdown.
Welcome to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm your host, Mukala Kabongo. Today we have a very special guest. We have City Council President Darren Sear with us today. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you today?
I can't complain. Just
Good.
Another hot day in Lynn, Massachusetts.
93.
Yeah, 93. Well, at least it's not 100.
Yep.
Yeah. So, before we get started, let's tell us a little about Darren Sear. Who is Darren Sear?
Well, I grew up here, born 60 years ago in Lynn, lived on Herschel Street. Moved about maybe a quarter of a mile from where I grew up. My wife's from Lynn. I have 2 sons, all graduated from Lynn schools. In fact, I'm the 6th of my sons were the 7th generation graduating from the grammar school that I went to.
Okay.
Involved in some of the civic things, Little League, the church in my area, Holy Family. Always had a sense of giving back and service.
Yep.
And been involved in politics for probably about 30 years, helping run campaigns and different things like that. And about 15 years ago, decided to run for Councilor, Ward 3, and it's been a roller coaster ride ever since.
Yeah. What got you into politics? What made you? What was something that you was like, maybe I'd try my hand in this?
Well, my dad was a councilor back in the 70s, and I saw some of the things that he did, how he could help out people. Ray Reardon was a good friend of our family, somebody that I looked up to. Of course, Mr. McGee, Speaker of the House. I knew the McGees very well, and just always wanted to make Lynn a better place to live. 90% of the guys that I grew up with all moved from Lynn, and they couldn't wait to get out of here.
Yeah.
I decided I wanted to stay, and I think Lynn is the best place in the world to live, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, and how long have you been City Council President?
Council President about a year and a half now.
Yeah. With that title, what are some of your responsibilities as City Council President?
Creating committees, appointing chairs to the committees, working closely with the mayor, CFO, the city attorneys. Like the go-between with the council, the mayor, the school committee, all the different departments, if they need somebody to get involved. But pretty much the council works pretty collectively together.
Yeah.
And the responsibility, I've kind of given everybody a little bit of responsibility, so it kind of evens things out.
Yeah, so
So-
it's basically a team.
Yeah,
Just great
team
teamwork and-
atmosphere.
Yeah.
We've got a pretty good machine, it's working. Buzzy Barton, who's the council vice president, his desk is actually right beside mine in my office. We actually work very well together. And if I'm not able to attend something or give an answer, Buzzy's right there, he steps right up, and it's unbelievable how well we all work together.
Yeah, and this has been busy times for you guys. Been pretty busy practically this whole year with Mayor McGee getting
Right.
elected, and you guys had to deal with the budget and other stuff happening in the city. So just talk about this year in general for you.
This year, as long as I've been a council, it's probably been, not just because I'm the council president, but because of all the tough things that we've had to do, the tough votes. It's every day since January, working with the mayor and the council, and taking care of our budget issue, dealing with some of the housing issues that we've got going on. Lynn's getting ready within the next year. You will see over $1 billion. That's $1 billion with a B. Dollars worth of development that's going to be taking place, and there's a lot more in the pipeline. So there's a lot of things happening, a lot going on.
Something that did happen last night, we saw the election race. Peter Capano came out the victor. Now that he's won his seat as city council, he's given that up. So what is the process like if he gives up his seat?
If Peter does decide to give it up, and it would mean that the council would have to pick someone to sit in his spot until the next election. But I just want to say this: Peter has been on the council been a councilor as long as I have. I know he made a campaign promise, and he said it numerous times that he would give up his spot as being the councilor. But he's got so much time in, and his knowledge of what's going on in the city and what's going to be going on in the city. You need to have someone with his experience. I'd really like to see him change his mind and stay. And it's not that I'm trying to take that away from anybody else. He's not going to run again, so it would give someone a little bit more time to be able to get a campaign in place and to be able to run for Ward 6. But his ward is a very important ward with a lot of development that's going to be taking place in the next 2 or 3 years. So that's why it's important, mostly because of the votes that we're going to be taking, and he understands where we're at. We don't always agree on a lot of things. Monroe Street is a perfect example. But Peter is a guy that all the new councilors can turn to. He can draw on his years of experience. Just a good guy. We're going to miss him. And that's not to say Hong Net, this is a selfish thing I'm going to say. I'm glad he lost because he's still with us. He works hard. Drew Russo, he's a good guy. I feel bad for him, but he's young enough that I think he's going to come back. And I know he's going to come back because I know he's got a willingness to contribute and make change in the city of Lynn.
Yeah, with all them, they're all good people that are doing great for the city of Lynn. So, no matter who came out the victor, it was always going to be, there's always some benefits to having them stick around. Now the city council approved you guys finalized the budget. Was it in June? The end of June. So what are some big issues in the upcoming sessions that you guys are looking at, or any other things that you guys are looking at in the upcoming sessions?
Well, making sure we continue to balance the budget, keep it balanced. We have city contracts that are going to be coming up with the fire department, police department, all the other unions in the city. We got to try to maintain a safe working staff in the police and the fire department. We're going to be hiring 30 firemen over the next several months. Police are down right now, so we're looking for ways to increase our police force. Unfortunately, there's going to be a few that are going to be retiring this year. And as I said, our numbers are down. So we're working with Congressman Moulton
Okay.
to see if he can help us with bringing any grants to the city. So there's a lot of issues. Schools, another issue.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't realize is they're getting $163 million out of our budget, and their budget is actually $210 million. And that money doesn't cover the cost of repairing buildings, fixing schoolyards and fences. All that money comes out of the city budget.
Okay.
So all of our schools, the majority of our schools, 90% of them, are 100 years old or older. So, and it's still on the back burner. I still really think that we need to go back, take a hard look at building 2 new middle schools.
Okay. And also, there's also the Union Hospital site. That's been a topic for discussion. There was a meeting last week about what to do with that. So where are you on that?
Well, the reality of it is Union Hospital is gone. They own a piece of property. They want to get as much money as they can for the property. So in order for a developer to come in there to pay the money that they're looking for, developer's going to have to put something back there so that in return, they can make money. So what we're trying to do is include the neighborhood down there as to giving them half a dozen options. One of them may be there's 2 lots. The back lot could be an over 60 senior housing, market rate housing. Some of it could be affordable housing as well. In the front, you could have some commercial space on the first floor with over 55 with some affordable housing there. That would probably be the thing that makes the most sense. I know a lot of people would love to see single-family homes there. The reality of that is that it just doesn't make sense financial-wise, you know? But what would be a good thing is if they could come up with a plan and the neighbors are involved in it, then the city council would change the zoning, work with the partners to sell that piece of land.
Okay. And lastly, we got a few minutes left. You talked about the Grand Army Republic. You guys are having something later on this month?
Yep. The Grand Army of the Republic Museum is one of the most historic buildings we have in the city of Lynn. It's just not important to the city of Lynn or the state of Massachusetts, but it's important to the entire nation because of the artifacts that are inside that building. And we have to preserve that the artifacts that are in it, but we also have to make the building weather tight and fix it so that it can continue to contain the historic articles that are in there. September 22nd, we're going to start a kickoff for our fundraising for that, and we have a local developer who's going to be presenting a substantial check to the Friends of the Grand Army of the Lynn Museum to get us started, kick it off. And we're also going to be having tours of the inside of the building. I can tell you, if you've never been in that building, all I can say is you'll be shocked and amazed, especially if you're a history buff, to see what's in there. It's an adult Disneyland is the only way to describe it. It's unreal.
Yeah, I've definitely been. I've been in there. I took a tour. I saw all that was eye-opening. All the stuff that I saw that they had in there. I was like, okay, this is some interesting stuff. All the monuments and all the artifacts they had.
Yeah, I brought in a couple of the artists that were doing the walls a few weeks ago. Now they've been all over the world.
Yeah,
and they said to me they wanted to go in there, so I brought them in. They must have taken 100 pictures each. They were shocked. They were awed. They wanted to come back the next day and take a look again. So, and it's no admission. It's going to be a block party type atmosphere on the street. We're blocking Andrew Street off. You'll be able to buy slices of pizza from Pie and Pint. They're going to be working with us, helping us out that day. We have a gentleman coming in who looks like and puts on a show about Frederick Douglass. If you know anything about Frederick Douglass, He's an amazing person. He's done amazing things. This guy, just coming to see him for free is totally worth it. It's so important, and people have said to me that they can't wait for their kids to get a little older so they can come and enjoy it.
Yep.
Bring your kids now, because this may not be here in a couple of years.
Yeah.
That's how serious this is.
Most definitely. Well, we've run out of time, but thank you very much, City Council President Darren Sears, for joining us, giving us all that information. Great job you're doing over here, and we just appreciate you coming here.
Thank you. Anytime you want me to come. Mukala.
There you go.
It'll take me a little while.
Don't worry, you're not the first. All right, you guys have been watching the Lynn Lowdown. I'm your host, Mukala Kabongo. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Applications are now being accepted for the Senior Tax Abatement Work-Off Program. To be eligible for this program, you must be 60 years of age as of July 1st, a homeowner or a spouse of a homeowner in the City of Lynn for a minimum of 5 years. Applications are due on October 31st. The program begins on December 1st until November 30th of 2019, or until the applicant earns a gross wage of $600. For any questions concerning the program, contact Erica at 781-586-8618. The Fall Teen Drop-In Center began on Friday, September 7th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Lynn Tech. The Drop-In Center is open to all Lynn teens and will run all of fall. And now for some upcoming local events. On September 21st, the Poets Theatre of Cambridge and Essex National Heritage Trails and Sales are proud to present The Boston Abolitionists at LCTV. The acclaimed ensemble will be performing 2 free shows, with the first beginning at 3 p.m. and the second show will begin at 6:30 p.m. in front of a live studio audience. To reserve your seats, email your name, date and time of show, and number of seats requested to info@poetstheatre.org. On Saturday, September 22nd, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., the Friends of the Grand Army of the Republic of Lynn Museum will hold their inaugural celebration for the restoration of the Grand Army of the Republic Hall. On Monday, September 24th, LCTV will be holding its inaugural video game and ice cream social from 5 to 8 p.m. The social is open to the public. Stop the Violence will be holding their 5th annual Peace Walk from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. The walk will begin at High Rock Tower and end at the Lynn Commons Gazebo. This year's Peace Walk is dedicated to Romel Davis, who was shot and killed in front of his home this summer. Thank you for watching LCTV News. I'm your host, Jennifer Adler. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our new website. If you want to watch the full episode of LCTV News, go to our website, lyntv.org. We would like to wish our Jewish friends a very happy New Year and have a peaceful 9/11.